Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Sky's the Limit. I'm your host Khalid Butt. Somebody once said, allow your great work to be guided by your service for others, and that is how your work becomes even more respectful. Our guest in this very episode is one such person who has dedicated his life to that. He's a volunteer, he's a business leader, and he has also been working for the Houston, Pakistan Sister Association, and in that context has bridged the people-to-people contact between the sister cities of Houston and Karachi. His name is Mohammad Saeed Sheikh, and we will in this episode try to decipher the person behind the personality. Stay tuned for more. Welcome back, and now we've been joined by the eminent business leader and community volunteer Mohammad Saeed Sheikh. Sheikh Saab, it's a pleasure to have you today on our show.
Thank you, Butt Saab, for giving me this opportunity.
Sheikh Saab, you're here in Pakistan after quite a long span of time. What has changed in your point of view in these years?
In Pakistan?
Yes.
Yeah, I found Pakistan very progressive. It is true, recently in the United States, Bloomberg and Wall Street Journal featured that now Pakistan doesn't have a lot poverty. People, there are no three classes, there are only two classes left. People are either very rich or middle class, and that has been soared significantly.
All right. How is the current image of Pakistan in countries such as the United States? Because we hear different stories.
Pakistan has always been very, very prominent in the political arena of the United States, because since its formation, there are a lot of circumstances, lot of events happened, which always give United States to look for Pakistan, and Pakistan always stands with the United States. And whenever we meet any elected officials, such like member of Congress, US President, or senators, they always talk high about Pakistan. Although definitely there are few who criticize in some aspects, but I believe that they know that the way strategically Pakistan is in the forefront in the US policy since its inception.
All right. Sheikh Saab, you were born in Hyderabad and you're one of 7 brothers and sisters. What is your recollection growing up as a kid?
I born in Hyderabad and I was educated through a convent school, and then as soon as I got my high school finished and college finished, I found a lot of opportunities which reflects me to go towards the volunteer services. But definitely my city was beautiful. I have done a lot there in Hyderabad, and I'm proud that I'm a citizen or the person who was raised in Hyderabad, Sindh.
Saint Bonaventure School was your convent in Hyderabad, Sheikh Saab. How has that groomed you as a person?
You know that to go in some modest world, you need to have some good kind of English, good knowledge, and good practice about whatever is happening in the world. That school gave me the opportunity to learn a lot, and also the extracurricular activities which no other school does offer, that school has given to me, and that has made my personality more productive.
All right, sir. From the convent, of course, you continued your studies and you went to the government college in Hyderabad. How would you categorize your experience there?
No, that was good experience because it's a very old college, and there are very prominent people who graduated from that college are serving not only in Hyderabad or Pakistan, they are living in their professional lives all around the world. So that was good experience as a student of that college.
And then you do your bachelor's from this University of Sindh.
Yes.
In your bachelor's, what were your subjects?
Commerce.
All right, commerce. Yes. Why choose commerce? Did you always have a commercial background or a commercial mindset?
Right, my family was always involved since the independence of Pakistan, a business family. So just to be involved in the family business, I got graduated in that field in this degree.
Have any of your other brothers or sisters also come in the business circle?
Yes, they are all in business circle.
All are there, all in the circle.
Very huge family. My father was having total of 5 brothers, and all are doing very prominent, business in Hyderabad.
They say a person is not complete without a partner. You got married in 1991. How would you describe your early marital life and your relationship with your
I'm
wife?
very proud. I'm very proud that I have a very loving wife. We were first cousin, but we loved each other since long time, and I'm very fortunate that we do married. And after that, she was always stands behind me. All the success which I have got into the social life is because of her cooperation, and because the way she has moved around with me, and always being the best partner, and I have no words to thank her for doing all these things.
All right, you've also got 2 sons.
Right.
How old are they now?
One is 24 and one is 23.
Are they pursuing their education or are they in a career life?
My elder son got education from Texas A&M, which is very prominent universities there. And after he finished his education, and before he was going to get the degree, he got a job offer, because he has done his major was finance, and he got from Deloitte, which is the world's 4th largest accounting company. And since then he's working very well. The younger one was admitted in Texas, University of Texas, which is one of the best universities in the world, and he has done his biomedical engineering, and he is working with the Alliant Group. I am very, very fortunate that both of them entered the university with 100% scholarships, and this is, I say, the beauty of America.
All right, and also, I mean, they're self-made because of the scholarships. You've never helped them financially, at least at the college state.
Right.
20 or so years back, you moved with your family to the United States. How easy was the transition from Pakistan to the US?
You know that the United States, going to the United States is a very experiencing journey. When you come, you have to work hard. Whatever you need to do, you do it. It doesn't make something wrong to us. I'm very fortunate that since I come, I engage with my family. I engaged in making money for the well-being or the living of my family well, and my motive was that I should get this opportunity, that my kids should get the best education available in the United States. And I am very thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they succeeded, and I give all the credit to my wife, who has really raised them very well.
You started from a very modest beginning in the United States, and slowly and steadily you started to grow in your career. Was it difficult those early years?
Yeah, it is, because you have to work hard. Even you have to do night shifts. You have to work where you got the work, but slowly and gradually, when you get involved in the society, you familiar with a lot of other opportunities, and you start doing better things what you used to do.
You associated yourself in various aspects of commerce or finance. You were also president of Pakistan Junior Chamber and Pakistan Chamber of Commerce, US, and also a member of the Mayor's International Trade and Development Council. When and how did those opportunities come about?
Yes, as we were talking about my college life in Hyderabad, as soon as I finished with it, when I was around 19 years old, I see there was an organization was coming to Hyderabad, which is GC's, its junior chamber. I immediately joined. My passion was to serve the community, not to go into politics. So I joined this organization and become the president of the Hyderabad GCs in 1992. And working so hard in that organization, I become the president of the Pakistan Junior Chamber in 1992. So all the aspect which I have done in that organization was very instrumental in having me to be a better leader, because that organization do provide you the opportunity to develop your leadership qualities, to learn how you can do projects in best manageable way. And alhamdulillah, that training make me successful volunteer and a leader in the United States. So that was really good.
The Pakistan Chamber of Commerce in the US,
Yes.
when did that happen?
When I came to the United States, within after 3 years, I was introduced to the Pakistan Chamber of Commerce USA and through a very dear family friend and Mr. Monty Khan, and then I start working with Dr. Ashraf Abbasi, who was the president, and that was the amazing platform, because when I did the GCs and when I served here in the Pakistan, because the Ministry of Youth Affairs has appointed me to represent the Sindh province, the youth of the Sindh province in the National Development Board. So that was a good experience to come to Islamabad and represent my province along with the provincial secretary. So that time I was in Pakistan, serving Pakistan. When I was in GCs, I was doing volunteer activities in Pakistan. By going to the United States, Pakistan Chamber of Commerce USA at that time was the best platform to serve Pakistan, because that organization gives you the opportunity to do the activities between these two countries, to work for the betterment of the trade, to enhance the trade, to do activities which can benefit our beloved motherland.
When it comes to trade between Pakistan and countries such as the United States, it's no easy task to convince the big businessmen, who convince the organizations to invest in Pakistan or to cooperate with Pakistan. And how have you, in all of your career, strived for that?
As the member or as the board member of the Pakistan Chamber of Commerce USA, and especially when I was the president, I got a lot of good opportunities to enhance, to work, to improve the bilateral trade between these two countries. I was fortunate enough that for the first time ever, the Minister of State, who was heading the Trade Development Authority of Pakistan, Tariq Ikram, especially came on my inauguration, and also Senator K. Bailey Hutchison. So since then, we were partnered. Pakistan Chamber of Commerce was the first organization with whom the TDEP signed an MOU, and then I got the opportunity to introduce the Pakistan Chamber of Commerce to all the major chamber, Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, Rawalpindi, Sialkot. There are many organizations which does promote the business activities. We got engaged with them, planned activities such holding the exhibition, hosting the trade delegation from all these chambers in the United States, which we did very successfully. So all these things which I have done as the president are still remarkable.
I'm celebrating Mohammad Sheikh for all of the work that he did in the suffering of Hurricane Harvey. Thank you so very much for your passion, your concern. Thank you for delivering to churches in my constituency. Thank you for providing them with life surviving equipment, diapers and cleanups, wipes and bleach and things to clean their homes. Thank you for going to far places when we called you, bringing the truck of resources. Thank you for always being ready to help. Hurricane Harvey was devastating. There are families that are still suffering. I know how they received you, how happy they were in Fifth Ward, in Northeast Houston, in Spring, way out in the furthest part of my districts. Every time I called you, Mohammad, you were there. So
Pakistani community, it also means that we're establishing a network of people-to-people relationships, because Pakistani business people here have relationships in Pakistan, and those relationships are a means by which we can continue to maintain better relationships at the federal and state level, because you're bringing people together. And anytime you can do that, it's a good thing for this country as well as for Pakistan. So I'm always proud to know that this people-to-people relationship is continuing, and the Pakistani community helps to span the chasm to make sure that we're better connected.
Which are the sectors that you've worked most upon?
In terms of trade,
In terms of trade.
the most important thing which we have succeeded is that we provide the opportunities to the business communities of Pakistan to come to the United States and get them involved in major entities, major corporations like Sam's Club, Walmart, and I'm happy to report you that there are people who got started with the giant like Walmart. So we were bridge. We were giving them the platform to come and introduce, to learn how you can do business with them, and those were successful. I would say might not be a huge success, but as the volunteer, whatever you can contribute, it matters.
Speaking of contribution and of course the work that you've done in the United States, where have you been moving all over the United States during these 20 or so years that you've been there?
No, I was always been living in Houston.
All right.
Right.
You have associated yourself with the city of Houston. The city of Houston has a lot of Pakistanis, doesn't it?
Yes,
From
yes,
different
we have a
communities.
huge community. You can count more than 150,000 Pakistanis, and they are very well established, very well connected, and we always try to live together, and there are good, percentage who are representing Pakistan very well.
All right, there are a lot of doctors as well there, and there's a lot of philanthropic work, community work, charity work that goes on there as well. What has been your contribution in that?
I'm very fortunate if we will talk about the sister cities, or if we will talk about the major fundraising activities happening.
Let's talk about the major fundraising activities, sir.
There are many organizations of Pakistan, they want to raise funds. I'm very blessed that I have a friend like Mr. Javed Anwar. I think you might probably met him earlier in your program. So he is the one, and there are a few other people, but he is the most generous person who always come to the fundraiser, who does trying to raise for noble cause or like humanitarian cause for Pakistan. I don't want to name the organization. There are multiple organizations with whom I did work, and starting from 5,000 to 100,000 I have raised for those organizations.
This element of helping people, helping people in need, of being part of charities, was that always there in you even when you were in Pakistan?
Yes, that's what motivated me. When I started my volunteerism with the JCs, the first project was collection of the drugs and then give it to the needy people. And that is the first project which I have ever done it. And the way we have collected a lot of medicines and then went to distribute in different medical camps, really giving us a lot of satisfaction. And then that's the point where I have tried and I successfully involved myself in the utmost position.
That passion for community service led you to also establish and work for an organization that's called the Houston Karachi Sister City Association. Tell us about how the idea came into being and how your association began with that organization.
Very well. As I mentioned that my training in JCs, my work in the Pakistan Chamber of Commerce USA. When I finished my presidency in 2008 in PCC USA, we start working in 2009 on a relationship, on an organization which called Sister Cities. Sister Cities International Organization, it's a agreement, it's a relationship. That organization concept was established by former United States President Eisenhower, and he wants that one US municipal government should get involved in an other municipal corporation of the world, and that relation should be a sister city relationship. And then when this relationship happened, there will be like a organization which will be a non-profit or not-for-profit organization who will coordinate the activities of this relationship, because that relationship or that sister city concept means that people to people diplomacy or citizens diplomacy, or as a citizen diplomat we get a lot of opportunities in many areas such as education, cultural exchange, trade, health, humanitarian assistance, and many more. And that time because Pakistan has 4 sister cities until now, and one of them is Karachi. That relationship was formed after a big struggle, because the sister cities of Houston is very conservative. That doesn't establish the relationship until it's viable to do it, wise to do it. So we convinced, when the mayor of Karachi came twice and had meetings with the mayor of Houston. Finally, 2009, the association was signed. The relationship was signed, and sister cities, Houston, Karachi, sister cities were formed. We start working, and since 2011, I am the president, and there are tons of activities has been done between these 2 cities and broadly between these 2 countries.
Has it also improved the image of the Pakistani businessmen, of the Pakistani diaspora, of the Pakistani community in the eyes of the US business community?
Yes, it is. It does. The projects which we have very successfully done were in the area of trade, humanitarian assistance, and culture. And we got 3 international awards from Sister Cities International on doing the best project of the world, of the year. So when we hosted, like Karachi Chamber of Commerce came there, we took them to the major corporations and the major Chamber of Commerce, and we were successful in connecting the Karachi Chamber of Commerce with the Greater Houston Partnership, which is a very big organization in Houston. It covers, I would say, the world, because the key member of the chamber is Shell, Chevron, Phillips, Halliburton. There are many organizations, oil giants of the world are the members, key member of the chamber. And there are a lot of opportunity, because the trade between Houston and Pakistan is more than $400 million.
All right.
So definitely that gives us that that enhance the image. When you go, when you go there and you interact with them, you definitely successfully represent your country.
You've also helped Pakistan in the humanitarian sector on different occasions.
Right.
How has been the contribution from the Pakistani diaspora in Houston, and also from the American society as far as those projects are concerned?
The major part of doing projects to help Pakistan, I would say, always comes from the Pakistani American community. On the platform of the Houston Karachi Sister City Association, and also from one of our group which called Alliance for Disaster Relief, We start working on the humanitarian efforts since 2011 when there was a big flooding in Sindh. Then there was a drought in Thar and flooding in schools in Punjab, earthquake in Balochistan. We have a major partner, Helping Hand, HHRD. With them we raise, I would say, close to $1 million in kind, and also some cash contribution in different projects where the need was, and those were done in a very successful manner. Beside that, I would say that there are many other organizations who do raise funds from $100,000 to $1 million for many projects happening in Pakistan. But there is one significant deal happened few years back, that one of the US donor gave $500,000, and $500,000 was raised from the Pakistani community. Our friend Saeed Sheikh from Austin was very instrumental, and that gave us the opportunity to establish Pakistan Studies Chair in the University of Texas, one of the best university of world. So platform like that definitely give Pakistan opportunity to give the knowledge and better image.
You've also attended a lot of conferences and have represented either Pakistan or your organization, whether it be in Brazil, whether it be in the US, whether it be in Canada, in Japan, in the United Kingdom. How does it feel being that ambassador that not only comes from Pakistan but also promotes its image in all these countries?
See, this is the key point. When doing volunteerism in your country is good, but when you go there and represent and become an ambassador of your motherland, you feel a lot of pride. And if you do something successfully where you was recognized, which has happened when I was the president of the junior chamber, it gives you lot of satisfaction, and your inner soul, got a lot of boost to do more and more things. So definitely all the opportunities which I received to represent my motherland were remarkable, and that would be with my carry in my resume throughout my life.
Post 9/11, there was a lot of negativity that ensued in foreign media about Pakistan, about the society over here. How has your organization and your efforts on a personal level helped alleviate or remove those perceptions in the Western world?
I would say, and I salute all the leaders who came forward that time. They went to the elected officials, they hold several town hall meetings, and we try to convince them that the Muslims are not terrorists, and we did all this thing very successfully. Yes, there was a time, short period of time, especially in New York, people got scared and they moved, but I would say that the level of the incident was huge, but impact to the community was not that much. It happened in a very small period of time, but I would say not in big. But yes, after that the world is changed.
The world definitely did
change.
Yes.
And you feel when you travel, you feel when you deal with the business like governmental entities, and there are many regulations has been imposed after that, and especially the banking sector, which was never before around the world. But that time you feel that something wrong happened in 9/11.
All right. You have worked not only from the US side to help Pakistan, but also from the Pakistani side to kind of improve business relations between Pakistan and the United States through your organization. Over the years, do you feel that this effort of yours has paved the way for more people to cooperate amongst each other in the business community between the US and Pakistan?
Yet it does. I will quote that from the platform of the Houston Karachi Sister City Association. There were many occasions where we hosted the foreign minister, foreign secretary of Pakistan, ambassador. We hold many activities where we featured Pakistan or the consul general or the ambassador of Pakistan, and have that platform to to have them, the dignitaries to come and meet with the American community, American business community, elected officials, and that networking or the programs which we have conducted were enough to have a good relationship establishment and creating a good perception about Pakistan.
This association that you're the president of since a couple of years has worked in different sectors, whether it be education, whether it be trade, humanitarian assistance, or even culture, as you've mentioned earlier in the show. Do you feel that that has also developed in a very important manner over the years? Because of course you always start small and slowly and steadily you expand. Do you feel that your organization or association has expanded enough or more needs to be done?
No, definitely skies no limits, right? But now is the time when we have proved that this relationship has done a lot, and now we should do exchange program. So we were talking to the mayor's office since many years, and we are hoping that possibly this year we will be having a visit of the mayor of Houston, who will come with a big trade delegation. There are a lot of activities which has been planned during that visit, which is covering the education. We want to establish exchange program with the IBA of Karachi, and that affiliation will be with the University of St. Thomas in Houston. We want to do improvement project with in the University of Karachi mass communication department, and that we will be that initiative will be called as Houston Karachi Educational Corridor, and we are planning to send, because the mayor during our current visit, when we met him twice in Karachi, mentioned about the need of hospitals. We were sending shortly a container with medical supplies for the needy hospitals of Karachi, probably during the time of the mayor visit or before that. When we started our organization, we were successfully done one project, that was that we sent a full container donated by the Houston Fire Department that worth more than $1 million, and that was given to the Karachi Fire Department, and they are in need of the same again. So we are going to work in that deal to enhance the trade, which is the main focus. When we were talking today, we have few activities, and the top one is that there will be an agreement or understanding deal between the Port of Houston and the Port of Karachi, because the Port of Houston is the largest in terms of tonnage and petroleum. So and also one of the sixth largest port of the world. So what we are trying, that we should connect them in a in some kind of agreement which should be useful in enhancing the trade or overcome on the problems which one businessman faced during this dealing with these ports. We were also having interaction platforms with the Karachi Chamber that has been finalized. We met them, Federation of Pakistan Chamber of Commerce. Since Houston is the energy capital of the world, we are planning to bring major corporations like Shell, Chevron is still here, but we still want them to accompany mayor through GHP, Phillips 66. So there should be more cooperation in wind energy happen, and Pakistan need can be fulfilled. So these kinds of activities are there. We are still looking for some proposal from the Karachi Chamber and the Federation, and we are very fortunate that the government of Pakistan is helping in this regard. The Consulate General of Pakistan is very instrumental in holding many meetings, coordinating the itinerary, talking to the mayor's office, and we are trying that together with the support of the government. Formal invitation has been sent from the Sindh government to the mayor. We should make this visit happen, because this is the first time the mayor of Houston will visit any city of Pakistan, and the visit will be in Karachi and Islamabad.
So it's going to be a very happening year, 2019,
Yes.
as far as the relationship between the US and Pakistan and between the sister cities of Houston and Karachi are concerned.
Right, definitely.
All right. All your efforts that you've done over these last years haven't gone unnoticed. You've been awarded at so many different fora over the years. The recent and the most important being the first Pakistani citizen to be awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award by US President Donald Trump. How does it feel being awarded on so many different levels and recently by the US President himself?
I feel very blessed. I'm very happy that I have always done all my activities without getting any reward or any personal benefit. I'm thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that my nomination got approved and I got the award, and the award was given on the highest category, which is the lifetime achievement, which they only give it to the few Americans. And the President Bush, who established this award by an executive order in 2003, has personally handed over the award to me. He organized a ceremony in his office. The ambassador and the Consul General of Pakistan was with me. My wife Farida was with me, and we feel very, very honored, and I'm grateful to Mr. Javed Anwar for coordinating the award ceremony.
Mohammad Sheikh, the Lifetime Achievement Award from the President, the first American Pakistani that has received the award in United States history. And he's living right here in the city of Houston. So congratulations, Mohammad Sheikh, for receiving the President's Lifetime Achievement Award. Well earned, well deserved, and all of Houston is proud of him, and the mayor of the city of Houston is very, very proud of Mohammad Sheikh.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations for this award. It is well deserving. Congratulations to your other honorees. But I know that your heart is strong, and when we're in need, you are ready to serve. Congratulations again.
Well, he's a very dear friend, and I'm always pleased to see him doing great things and getting rewards for it. Whether he had gotten the award or not, he earned it because he's involved in the community in so many different ways. So it's good to know that he has it, and I salute him for getting it.
When you talk to the US politicians on different levels, whether while receiving the award, before that, during the different meetings that you have with the business community, what is their perspective of developing relationship with Pakistan, especially in the trade sector?
US has overall trade is good with Pakistan and US, but there are few stuff which definitely hurdles them. Even if you take the textile export from Pakistan, it's not that big that it used to be, and there are few other governmental policies, some kind of a trade treaty which hurdles them. So there are many entities who are trying to use their resources to help the embassy and the government to resolve those issues. But I would say that yes, the trade between these two countries are not going so down, but there are a lot of opportunities which give the Pakistani trade boost in US market.
All right, and you will be looking upon such opportunities in the coming months and years as well to develop those relationships in the different sectors which you feel are less as could be more, I mean more could be done in those sectors. You'll be working from your perspective in that as well.
Yeah, as I mentioned that we are also has initiated working relationship with the US Consul General in Karachi, means the US representatives here in Pakistan, and starting from the upcoming possible visit of the mayor will give a lot of boost to the towards trade. And then following with that the US consulate are planning a visit headed by the governor with businessmen to visit the Texas, and also there are few other delegations which is in the area of energy, which the US consulates are planning to bring them, especially in Texas and in Houston very shortly, and we are going to partner them to facilitate and make this happen.
Sheikh Saab, you've done work on so many different fields in so many different sectors, whether it be trade, whether it be development, whether it be philanthropy, whether it be helping the communities in Pakistan, also by strengthening the communities, the Pakistani community in the United States, especially when it comes to Houston, and also organizing this association of sister cities between Houston and Karachi. Looking back at your life, do you feel that you've done what you wanted to, or there are still some things that you want to work on in the coming months?
If you are a true volunteer, your passion doesn't die in your heart. It always remains until you are alive. And in the letter from the President Trump says it addressed to me that I hope that you will continue with the same spirit and continue serving our world. So definitely, even after getting such a prestigious award, my morale are still high, and you can see that this time we came with a goodwill delegation. The bottom line is, although this was my family visit, I came here after almost 11 years, but after meeting the family in 10 days, I'm out from my hometown since from 12 days, and I have successfully finished 23 meetings, starting from Karachi, mayor and the commissioner and the US consul, chamber, all this thing. We are here in Islamabad, met yesterday President of Pakistan, and today our delegation is also meeting the Prime Minister of Pakistan. And we are not there, we are there to represent America also and Pakistan also, and trying that in the current situation, the relationship between US and Pakistan should get more and more beneficial and improve.
Saeed Sheikh Saab, what kind of message would you like to give to volunteers, philanthropists, business leaders such as yourself, or people who want to be like you? What kind of message would you like to give to them?
I would say that we should work with honesty, with dedication, and by putting your personal interest behind. If you work and if you want to do something, you have to do in a fashion where you should keep track of your steps and make the perfect follow-up. Anything you do, if you don't have a follow-up, and if you leave this alone, you will never succeed. That's why many people in Houston, my friend, supports me. We have blessed with a friend like Mr. Javed Anwar. We have friends like Mr. M.J. Khan, Dr. Abbasi, and Mohammad Zahid. They are very instrumental personalities who supports Chamber and the sister city concept, and they were one of the founder of the sister city of Houston. So I would say that if you want to do something, do it the best you can. Don't leave it alone. The correct follow-up makes success of your activity.
All right. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, honesty, dedication, complete sincerity, and not having personal gains from it, and having a complete and honest forward follow-up to all the work that you do make you a man of all possibilities, a man that can attain, or a woman who can attain whatever he or she desires to be, as a community leader, as a volunteer, as a business leader, as a philanthropist. As they say, sky is the limit when you want to do something, and where there's a will, there is always a way, as long as you are clear on your intention. That brings us to the end of this show. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back inshallah next week, same time, same channel. Take care of yourselves, and Allah Hafiz. And Saeed Sheikh Sahab, it was a pleasure
Thank
having
you,
you on this show.
PTV World. I'm very grateful.